Welcome to 2026 Season 3. We're here at San Diego, the brand new course that Nascar will be going to next week. And we're here in the Euro Nascar. Gee, that pillar's quite in the way. I'm trying to work out where you go. Man, missing those turns by a mile. So this initially feels easier than the other NASCARs or stock cars, ARCA, etc. on road. This track is incredibly bumpy. We've got 5 gears, I don't know if we've got 6. It doesn't rev very hard. Just taking it easy on the outlap here. Nice big fat tyre bundle there. Interesting to see if that's a tyre bundle in the race and how stable it is. What I will say is that if you happen to be good on the brakes, like SVG is, there is a lot of places you can make passes here. So this should actually provide excellent racing. Getting a bit closer there. Just learning where that left side of the car is. Yeah, overall this is easier than the normal stock cars on road, but it's a more enjoyable or intuitive driving experience than most of the stuff that has too many driving aids. Doesn't really want to get too loose. But then we are on the baseline set. I'm sure looseness can be tuned into it. This will be a great place for a dive. I can see Shane having some pretty big dives into there. And then some more big dives into here before the big bus stop. overall the track looks really good, and I think it's going to provide some really good racing.
23.944.
So this isn't the fastest car in a straight line either, so I think it's a very good D-class road car. Oh, you can get it a little bit loose if you're aggressive enough with it. That might also be just the insane amount of bumps on this track. It would be great if the Tube Twister series went here in week 13, because I think this car feels great on this track.
We've got our fuel use numbers, 19.501. New fastest lap for you.
I was seeing if the new fuel calculator was going to be there. Yeah, unbelievably good track. That is definitely a top 10 track on the service for me, maybe even getting close to top 5. That's just going to produce good racing in pretty much any series. There's so many places to pass. There's so many challenging areas. Yeah, just a real races track. Plenty wide, a lot of bumps. I think they've done a really excellent. I was highly skeptical of this track when I heard it being proposed, but having now driven on it and seeing how it all comes together, how it feels, where you could look to make passes, yeah, great job. That is exceptional. So I'm really looking forward to watching the racing there in a couple of weeks. But on to other new content that we got today. There's the Formula V, one of the new ones. No one asked for them, no one wants to race them. Great that they're a good stepping stone in, but this is probably the worst money I have spent in iRacing. That is the end of the Formula V review. So now that we've got past the horrific Formula V that no one asked for, it's time to have a wee look at the BMW M2. This is a car I previously enjoyed quite a lot. Raced it in PCC. This new version we've got is it's different. Is supposedly about 50 or 60 horsepower less than the old one we have, and immediately I can feel that. steering felt very light, but I think it's because iRacing sort of changed how they've applied the driving models or whatever you had. Look at that, that's not an off track now. So this car now feels like a rookie car. The old one was perhaps too fast, too difficult to drive for a pure rookie car. I thought it was a great car, but definitely overmatched for people just hopping onto the sim for the first time. This may present some issues in PCC though.
2.58.
Because this might be on a similar pace to the 86 now. We're also at the brand new scan of Laguna Seca. It feels very, very familiar but very different at the same time. There's more runoff there, there's more runoff everywhere. You can just use a lot more track than you used to be able to.
37.37.
I don't know, I think that's going to be pretty similar to an 86. I'm also on the setup that was titled Rookie. Car is very, very drivable. There's also a setup called PCC. Looks like we have some ABS there, judging by the yellow on my brake trace. So stay out of the ABS, kids, and you'll go faster. He says as he climbs back into the ABS. You could never take that much curb coming out of the corkscrew before. The previous M2 was quite oversteery, mainly just due to the amount of power it had. This is neutral to understeery. And it's got one hell of a array of information on the dash there. Overall, that is a nice car to drive. It'll be a lot of fun in the Rookie series. I'm reserving my opinion on how it's going to go in PCC. I want to see what how it stacks up pace-wise. I think the last thing PCC needs is another car of similar pace. You've got the 86s, the Mazdas, and the Clios all sort of tripping over one another, or they are slightly different in pace, but when you get a mix of driving abilities, as you often can in PCC, I think adding this in there is just adding a fourth car that's going to be a very similar pace. Yeah, we'll see, but overall, really like the new Laguna Seca. It's the road course I've done the most races at. Love the update. San Diego, great track, really good for racing. Euro Nascar, great car. Look forward to racing that. This car I do look forward to racing, but just not sure where. Otherwise, I'll be putting out some other update videos on the new updates today with other bits and pieces. That's my first thoughts on the new content. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.